In this video, we will talk about the Battle of Gettysburg, turning the tide in the Civil War. The Battle of Gettysburg is one of the most important events in American history. It was a major turning point in the Civil War, a conflict fought between the northern states, the Union, and the southern states, the Confederacy, from 1861 to 1865. The battle took place from July 1 to July 3, 1863, in and around the small town of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It was the largest battle ever fought in North America, and it changed the course of the war. Here's a detailed but simple explanation of the Battle of Gettysburg, its causes, key events, and its impact. Background: the Civil War and the road to Gettysburg. The Civil War started in 1861 because of big disagreements between the northern and southern states. The main issue was slavery. The southern states wanted to keep slavery, as their economy depended on it, especially for farming crops like cotton. The northern states, on the other hand, wanted to end slavery. Another big disagreement was about states' rights. The South believed that each state should have more power than the federal government, while the North supported a stronger central government. When Abraham Lincoln, who was against slavery, was elected president in 1860, the southern states felt threatened. They believed Lincoln would try to end slavery, so they decided to secede or leave the Union. They formed their own country called the Confederacy. This led to the Civil War, with the northern states, the Union, fighting to keep the country together, and the southern states, the Confederacy, fighting to protect their way of life, including slavery. By 1863, the war had been going on for 2 years. Both sides had won and lost important battles. The Confederacy, led by General Robert E. Lee, had been successful in many battles, but the Union was starting to get stronger. Lee decided to invade the North to try to force the Union to end the war. He thought that if the Confederacy could win a major battle on northern soil, it might convince other countries, like Britain and France, to support the South. These countries relied on southern cotton and might help the Confederacy if they seemed likely to win. This decision led to the Battle of Gettysburg, which took place in Pennsylvania in July 1863. It was one of the most important battles of the Civil War. Lee's plan was to bring the war to the North, hoping a victory would weaken the Union's will to fight and gain support from other countries. However, the battle did not go as Lee had hoped. The Union Army, led by General George Meade, fought hard and won the battle. This victory was a turning point in the war, as it stopped Lee's invasion and gave the Union a much-needed boost in morale. It also showed that the Confederacy might not be as strong as people thought, and it weakened their chances of getting foreign support. The Battle of Gettysburg. Key events. The battle lasted 3 days and involved around 170,000 soldiers. Here's what happened each day. Day 1, July 1, 1863. The battle began when Confederate soldiers entered Gettysburg looking for supplies. They ran into Union soldiers, and fighting broke out. At first, the Confederates pushed the Union forces back, and the Union soldiers retreated to higher ground south of the town. This high ground included hills like Cemetery Hill and Culp's Hill, which became important for the Union's defense. Day 2, July 2, 1863. On the second day, both sides brought in more troops. The Confederates attacked the Union's left and right flanks, sides. One of the most famous parts of the battle was the fight for Little Round Top, a small hill on the Union's left flank. Union Colonel Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain and his men held the hill, even though they were outnumbered. This was a key moment in the battle, because if the Confederates had taken Little Round Top, they might have won the battle. Day 3, July 3, 1863. The third day is best known for Pickett's Charge, a massive Confederate attack on the center of the Union line. Around 12,000 Confederate soldiers marched across an open field toward the Union forces on Cemetery Ridge. The Union soldiers were ready and fired at the Confederates as they approached. The attack failed, and the Confederates suffered heavy losses. This was the turning point of the battle and the war. Why Gettysburg was a turning point. The Battle of Gettysburg was a major victory for the Union. Here's why it was so important. Confederate defeat. The Union's victory at Gettysburg stopped General Lee's invasion of the North. The Confederacy never tried to invade the North again after this battle. High casualties. Both sides suffered heavy losses. Around 23,000 Union soldiers and 28,000 Confederate soldiers were killed, wounded, or missing. These losses weakened the Confederacy, which had fewer soldiers and resources than the Union. Boosted Union morale. The victory gave the Union Army and the Northern people hope that they could win the war. Gettysburg Address. 4 months after the battle, President Abraham Lincoln gave the Gettysburg Address, a short but powerful speech that honored the soldiers who died and reminded Americans of the importance of freedom and equality. The aftermath and legacy. After the battle, General Lee and his army retreated to Virginia. The Union Army, led by General George Meade, did not chase them, which some people criticized. However, the Union's victory at Gettysburg, along with another major victory at Vicksburg, Mississippi, on July 4, 1863, marked the beginning of the end for the Confederacy. The Battle of Gettysburg is remembered as one of the most important battles in American history. It showed that the Union could defeat the Confederacy and helped pave the way for the end of slavery. Today, Gettysburg is a national park where people can visit and learn about the battle and its impact. The Battle of Gettysburg was a turning point in the Civil War. It stopped the Confederacy's invasion of the North, weakened their army, and gave the Union hope for victory. The bravery and sacrifices of the soldiers who fought at Gettysburg remind us of the cost of freedom and the importance of standing up for what is right. The battle also showed how one event can change the course of history, and its legacy continues to inspire people today. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.